Alright, welcome back. Last time I was talking WrestleMania, and I still want to talk about it because I'm still mad. So, as I was telling Derek a little bit off camera, they tried to turn Randy Orton heel because he's like notorious for being the bad guy. He's built almost his entire career off of being the bad guy, right? So it makes sense. But, like, they also tried to turn him heel in his hometown.
So
They were
stupid.
like, let's turn him heel in his hometown. You know, where everyone is like, our hometown hero, we're gonna cheer him no matter what. Yeah, let's have him turn heel there.
Yeah, totally working, right?
Like, to describe the build-up to WrestleMania in one word, it's, there has been no build-up, or it has been a clusterfuck. Like, every storyline has either had no build-up at all, or was a complete clusterfuck.
Dude, I love that for you.
Oh my god, it has been awful. Like, just going down this card, actually. Okay, it's just going down this card. So for the six-man tag match, the only build-up was, IShowSpeed Speed and, LA Knight, because IShowSpeed Speed was cheering when he shouldn't have. LA Knight took offense to that, so LA Knight went to IShowSpeed's Speed's house mid-stream, while he was streaming, to go talk to him, didn't like his answers, and then hucked his ass into his streaming computer, and it ended the stream.
That's so stupid.
It is incredibly stupid. Again, LA Knight should be WWE champion right now, but Triple H hates him. That motherfucker should really leave the WWE and go to AEW, because I feel like they could use him so much better there. But hey, that's just me.
That's just a Chris theory. That's just a theory. A Chris theory. Thanks for watching.
It's funny because he's in every commercial. He has a deal with Slim Jims and like T-Mobile or some shit, and he does every commercial has LA Knight as like the commercial guy, and I'm always like, why? I'm like, do they have him on here just to have him do commercials for the company?
Possibly.
Is that why? Because they know all these corporations like having him, but they don't want to give him the belt because, like, fuck him, he's too popular and we don't want him to be popular.
That it could 100% be what it is.
Anyways, the Vatu versus Mcafee match is... not McAfee, McIntyre, is fine. So... Drew kept screwing over Cody Rhodes from winning the championship, but then WWE tickets weren't selling, so they had emergency made Drew lose the title to Cody Rhodes because we gotta get those ticket sales back up. It did not work, by the way. But they took the belt from him, and they had Vatu be the one that screwed him out of the belt, so now they have a blood feud going. So that was the only reason that feud worked, and it was built up for 1 week. But at least it made sense, I guess. The four-way tag match with all the girls had no build-up at all. It just, they had to put the women's tag title on the line, so put it in a four-way. Fuck it. There was no story, there was no build-up, there was nothing to it. They just need to have the titles on the card, so just throw a bunch of women at it.
Like, yeah.
If there's enough women in the ring, it will be interesting to someone, hopefully. I literally fell asleep watching that match. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I mean, it had build-up.
It was there.
I don't remember any of it because all of it was on Raw, and Raw is only on Netflix, so I didn't fucking see any of it. So I'm sure it had build-up, but no one watched it unless they were paying an extra, $20 a month to see it. I just... The WWE is such a fucking shit show now. This is why... It's funny, because AEW got me back into wrestling. Cody jumping ship from AEW to WWE got me back into WWE. And now I'm just back into AEW because WWE doesn't know what the fuck it's doing anymore, and it shows. It's like really obvious that they don't know what the fuck is going on anymore, and they're just doing shit.
Yeah. I'm not shocked by that.
And like, my worries were justified recently, actually, because Road Dogg, a long-time booker and creative writer for the WWE, I mean, he's been doing it for like 20 fucking years, basically, just quit. He literally just walked out. He was like, yeah, no, I'm done. He's like, I can't, he's like, even if I could write a good story, they won't let me capitalize on it anymore. Because it keeps getting meddled by the parent company TKO, because TKO bought out WWE, and they've just been ruining the fucking brand. They've just been destroying it. It's amazing.
Dude, I love that for them.
Yep. Oh, okay. So Seth Rollins versus Gunther. You want to know what the build-up for this is? Because this build-up is my favorite because of how fucking horrible it is.
What was it?
So Seth Rollins created a new heel faction, and then he got injured, so they took him off the list. So the heel faction had to do stuff without the main dude in the heel faction, so that entire heel faction has kind of gone nowhere. But Seth Rollins comes back, and he's mad because the person in charge of the faction now essentially took his place. And it's like, but you were injured, so what the hell were they gonna do? And it's like, so, but okay, whatever. You had a heel faction, the heel faction kicked you out of the group, you're upset going for it. Classic 101 storytelling for wrestling shows.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. That's fine. So now he's fighting Gunther, who's not part of that heel faction and has nothing to do with it, because the main smart man of that heel faction asked Gunther to do him a favor. And Gunther went, no problem, Chief, but you owe me a favor, and now they're fighting at WrestleMania.
Like, yeah. I'd have it no other way, Chris.
And I'm just like, damn, that build-up took all of 22 minutes. That wasn't even a whole week. That was one conversation.
You got it, Chief.
So anyways, that match happened, I guess. And then we had Liv Morgan versus the Women's Championship. And I'm gonna be real with you, Derek. I don't know if this had any build-up, because I didn't even know who the champion was for the women's division until the fucking WrestleMania match. So, like, if it had build-up, I didn't fucking see it. So anyways, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes happened. And that was the only match that had build-up. It was the only build-up that I actually saw and was paying attention to. And the build-up was terrible. Because they clusterfucked the shit out of it. Because at the last minute, TKO was... Because first off, they tried turning Randy Orton heel. And that wasn't working. Everyone was behind him. They refused to turn Cody Rhodes into a heel. Because he's the babyface who sells the most merch to children. So they can't do that. And then all of that wasn't working, and then TKO Holdings called them up, and the owner of TKO Holdings, which is the owner of the WWE now, went, hey, Triple H. And Triple H was like, oh, hey, what's up? And they were like, so I see you got a WrestleMania match. And Triple H was like, we do. We have a nice WrestleMania match. It's about two people who've known each other for 20 years, very close friends. It's going to be a good build-up. He's like, you know what would be cool? And he's like, no, what would be cool? And he's like, what if we put Pat Mcafee in it? And he's like, what? And they were like, Pat Mcafee. And he was like, the sport host podcast guy? And they were like, yeah, the Sportcast podcast guy. Triple H was like, I don't know how that would help. And he's like, well, your ticket sales have been bad. And he's like, well, yeah, we haven't sold out yet. Celebrity endorsements would definitely help that. And he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. It did not help that. They still did not sell out that show. So, to keep in mind, they, to understand the shenanigans, the ticket prices for WrestleMania this year are double what they were last year.
What?
Literally double. And they couldn't sell out the show because the prices were so astronomically high that they tried everything to do it. They literally dropped the prices 25% for night one to try and get it to sell out. And they still didn't sell out. And
could you like see the audience being sparser than it should have been on the videos?
Yes, but it wasn't as sparse as you think it would be. But yes, absolutely. I mean, they still sold like 50,000 tickets. But last year's was 70,000. So, and the arena they had, I think, holds like 100,000. So it's like...
It looked sparse.
Yeah, it's not even that it looked super sparse. It's more of like, if you look closely at the audience, you would be like, when they did like the wide shots, because WWE is smart. When they don't sell enough tickets, they will move people from ticket spots to hard camera spots to make it look more filled. So, So like you wouldn't notice it until they did like a big pull out of like the whole thing, and then you'd be like, oh, that's just an empty area.
I'm gonna just drop this down because I hate these fucking drag races.
I mean, you don't even need to do them. You could just skip them and do them later. You have like a whole bunch of other missions to do. They're not mandatory, so you don't need to do these if
but
you
these
don't want
star
to.
things are,
The
right?
stars are mandatory, and the URL U.R.L races, those are the two that bring you into the next chapter essentially.
So I have to do this, but I should wait to do it though, right?
Yeah, if you want like the most cash, you should hit like everything you can before doing that and the URL one. Actually, can you pull up the map? Yeah, you have the URL one still up, so you could do the start now and then do the URL one later, because you have to do
stars
both.
are sponsors, I believe, right?
Yes, you have to drive around throughout the city. And they just like give you a part, and you have to figure out how to get there. But yeah, so
I'll do that one later. I don't want to do it fucking right now. Brain, no work right now.
all right.
But yeah, I'm so happy that wrestling is so bad right now.
That's what I wanted to say. So like, they've just kept bringing in more and more celebrities. So it was like Pat McAfee. They brought in Jelly Roll, because Jelly Roll is friends with
Yeah, baby. This here is the downhill drift, and it don't play.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
Oh, I know which one this is. This is the you have to drift down the mountain in one like continuous run. Very Initial D inspired. But anyways,
I started drifting.
dude, you were
Going
way too slow. I don't know what your plan is.
I don't know.
But anyways, so yeah, so Jelly Roll was friends with Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton attacked Jelly Roll to try and make him be a heel. And that didn't work either.
Sounds stupid as fuck.
And then Pat McAfee came in, and everyone hated Pat McAfee coming in for it, at least, so there was that. But that was it. And then Pat McAfee was in for like a 2 second. He was in at the beginning. He jump attacked Cody Rhodes before the bell, and then he got attacked and put through a table by Jelly Roll, because like need more celebrities. It was funny. I laughed really hard because like Randy Orton comes out, Pat McAfee comes out, Cody Rhodes comes out, and then like this happens, and they attack Pat McAfee, and Cody Rhodes throws Pat McAfee on a table, and then the camera pans to the right of Cody Rhodes, and Jelly Roll is just standing there, and I'm like, where the fuck did he come from?
He pulled the Undertaker.
He just showed up out of nowhere. And then he like puts Pat McAfee through the table, and like that was that. And then they had a wrestling match, and the wrestling match was good, and then there was a ref bump, and then McAfee ran down for shenanigans, and then he tried counting it, but then Cody Rhodes still didn't win, and then Randy Orton turned on Pat McAfee for some reason, question mark,
Well, yeah.
and RKO'd Pat McAfee for no fucking reason.
Out of
and
nowhere?
It makes no fucking sense. And then Cody Rhodes won the belt and retained, and I was pissed. I was mad. First off, I think Randy Orton should have just won the belt. Especially if you're going to make him a heel anyways. Like, just have him win the belt. Like, what are we doing? But they didn't do that. They had Cody Rhodes win the belt. And then after the match ends, Randy Orton RKO's Cody Rhodes behind his back, and then like hits him with the title and like KOs him with that, and then he holds up the belt like he won it. And I was like, if you were gonna have him attack Cody Rhodes anyways, and you were gonna have this feud continue, why wouldn't you just give him the fucking belt? Like, why wouldn't you just give him the belt? What the are we doing then?
You don't know
Like,
anything about wrestling,
This is
Chris.
clearly not over, and they're clearly gonna continue this storyline. Why not give him the belt and then have Cody chase for the belt? I don't... Like, why have him attack McAfee? Well, like, why have him attack McAfee if he's on his side? Why have him lose the belt if he's just going to continue his feud with Cody Rhodes by attacking him after the bell? Like, what are we fucking doing?
You just don't know anything about wrestling, Chris. That's your problem.
That's the actual problem. Is I know too much about wrestling, which is why none of this makes any fucking sense.
See, that's your problem.
Like, I understand getting rid of McAfee. I don't know why they did it in the way where Randy Orton attacks him, but like, I get what they're getting rid of McAfee because he's clearly only here for the WrestleMania event as a favor from his agent who owns WWE. That's obvious. That I understand. I don't understand, like, that's how they chose to get rid of him. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's just really stupid. Dude, do a flip.
Do a flip!
So yeah, night one of WrestleMania was fucking awful.
Dude, I'm so glad you had a good time watching it. It sounds like you really enjoyed it.
It was just so bad. I was actually impressed with how bad it was. You know what's funny? So I don't watch pay-per-views normally. I usually only watch like WrestleMania and like the Royal Rumble, right? It's like the only ones I watch. But I happened to watch the pay-per-view that was like a couple weeks before WrestleMania for AEW, because no one wants to compete with WrestleMania, right? It's like the biggest show for wrestling, so no one wants to compete with it, so they usually put their events like slightly before or slightly after it, right?
Yeah.
I watched AEW's show, which I'm gonna be real with you, I don't even remember the name of the fucking pay-per-view. That pay-per-view was 1,000 times better than WrestleMania.
That is very unfortunate.
It's 1,000 times better than WrestleMania, and it was like 1/10 the price to go to it if I went to it. I'm just saying.
That is very unfortunate. Like how I am just unfortunately terrible at this game.
You are really bad at this. That's okay, Derek. I believe in you.
No, you don't.
Believe in the me that believes in you. Gurren Lagann. My drill is the drill that pierces the heavens. And you know what's the worst part? We got a night 2 of WrestleMania, and I think that card's worse than night 1.
Dude, this is unfortunate.
Because like, I'm gonna pull up night 2 and see what's up. Also, there's like a weird thing I noticed about this WrestleMania. Every match, with the exception of the final match, which is kind of normal, every match was only like 8 minutes long, which is really, really short for WrestleMania matches.
Yeah, they try to take those so you get your money's worth.
Like, it really feels like they just tried to put as many people on the card as possible, and they cut that shit as short as possible for time. They were like, everyone gets 8 minutes, and then you come back here, and you go the fuck home. So I was, I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems a little,
Seems a little sus.
seems a little fucking weird. Oh yeah, also the first hour of both WrestleManias is for free on fucking ESPN2. And I was like, well, that explains why the first 2 matches are short, because they have to cram them into 1 hour and have them be free. But like, what the hell was the rest of the show? Why was every match so fucking short?
Yeah, and you told me the first matches were the better ones, too.
Yeah, the free matches were better than the actual show matches, with the exception of Randy Orton's match, because like, you know,
It's Randy Orton.
it's Randy Orton. Dude could wrestle a fucking broom and it would be a 5-star match.
I actually love that.
So, okay, so here's my problem with night 2. It's not even that night 2 is bad, it's just, here's my problem with night 2. Night 2 is painfully obvious what the hell is going to happen. Or, who cares? That's literally the problem with night 2. So, so in the free 1 hour part, right, we have Brock Lesnar versus, Odie, or whatever the fuck his stupid name
Brock
is.
Lesnar?
Yeah, so he's gonna lose.
Oh.
Because there's a new monster guy, it's this dude. There's a new monster guy, and they're
he's
pushing
almost there.
him to the fucking moon. This whole year, they've been pushing him to the moon. They had him go into the Royal Rumble, and he was, like, the last 3 in the ring, even though he entered at number, like, 4. Like, they've already had him beat up Brock Lesnar twice on TV. So, like, this match is going to be a short, quick match, because it's in the first hour, so it has to be quick, because there's another match after it. So he's just going to go quickly beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is going to laugh with his $5 million paycheck for his one match. Laugh all the way to the bank with his loss.
Like he should.
As he should. And then, like... And people are going to be super disappointed because everyone on night 1 was like, oh, Okazami's going to kill Brock. It's going to be fucking awesome. That match is going to be killer. It's going to be a fucking endurance run. I'm like, that match is going to be 8 minutes. Brock Lesnar is going to get stomped in the whole match, and then it's going to be over. So that match is going to be whatever. There is a 6-man ladder match.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
In the first hour.
This sounds terrible.
This match is either going to be awful or the best match of the entire night. Because either they're going to have no time to do anything, or they're going to be running through that shit like they just did a bunch of speed.
Speed. I am Speed.
And, like, the lineup for this match is incredible. They have Penta, Rey Mysterio, fucking Dragon Lee, fucking Rusev. Like, the list of people in this match is killer. It's either going to be terrible, because they're going to have no time to do anything, or it's going to be insane and the best match of the night.
Because there's going to be so much
having
shit
to do
going
so
on.
much shit so fast to cram it into an 8-minute time limit. So then we have Sami Zayn versus Tripp Williams, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like Tripp Williams. Everyone really likes Tripp Williams. I think he is the most overrated wrestler on the entire WWE card right now. I have no doubt that he is going to win this match, because he's being pushed to the fucking moon, the audience is super behind him, and just no one cares for Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn, but, like, Tripp Williams has completely eaten all of his, like, popularity at this
Momentum and
point.
popularity.
Yeah. Well, there was a point where Sami Zayn was super popular and he probably should have won the title, but they couldn't do that because Cody Rhodes needed to win the title. So you get to sit in the waiting room and wait for your opportunity that is never going to come.
Wait for your turn.
It's never going to come at this point. Sami Zayn is, like, he's the only person who had, like, a decent build-up to his match, because he's been slowly turning heel to, like, he came in and essentially stole the, like, the US title out from under the original champion just so he could get a WrestleMania match against Trick. And, like, that was, like, the whole build-up. Was, like, we don't have a spot for you, sorry, the card's filled. He's like, the only way you could get on the card is if you won a belt. And he's like, I'll go win a belt. And then he went and won a belt. It's like,
Dope.
So his build-up was good, at least. Then we have Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. And Rhea Ripley is going to win this title because Triple H is obsessed with Rhea Ripley. Like, if you told me Triple H is no longer fucking the boss's daughter and fucking Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley's fucking the boss to get title shots, I would believe you. Because she's had, like, 7 in the span of, like, 3 years. Dude, she loses the belt from injury, comes back from injury, wins the tag titles, loses the tag titles to become the #1 contender for the main belt. I would be surprised if she's not fucking Triple H. I'd be surprised